Alright, welcome back, guys. I do sincerely apologize. We had some technical issues there with Twitch that we could not resolve. But looks to be fixed now, I hope. Question mark. We'll see how this goes. Right now, we're in game number 3. No, we did not live broadcast game number 2 due to the issues, but we actually have it recorded on local recording, so the VOD will be available on YouTube. It is about the most awkward as awkward gets, but hey, what you gonna do? It's the best we got. Lilbow leads the series 2-0. Quick recap of the last game. Basically some back and forth. Immortals too good at defending. Immortals too good at attacking. Earlier Nexus cost Welmu a lot, but or Lilbow a lot actually, because there's Welmu who had it afterwards. But there you go. You're caught up to speed. So spawning here in the top left corner of the map, it's gonna be none other than XMG's Lilbow.
In the bottom right, we've got our blue Protoss player down 2 games. Let's see if he can bring it back. Playing for Neurosoft, it is Welmu. Man, shout out to Ultum. What a guy. Says, keep refreshing to play more ads. It helps him out while you wait. Sounds like a pretty good idea to me.
Yeah, it's whatever. We're back, and that's all I care about. So here's the thing: 2-0. If this is the best of 3, it's over. Lilbow's in the finals. Congratulations! But actually, and surprisingly, Lilbow could still have this trend around on him. There's a lot of times where I've personally witnessed like finals of Go for StarCraft, finals of Zotac Cups. Hell, this past weekend, the finals of the Olima League start with a 2-0 and then get turned around to be a 3-2 type thing. I mean, there's a lot of back and forth to the best of 5s, and that's why I do enjoy them. So we've got this. After this will be Mana versus the Muslim at best of 5. I mean, there's a lot of games still to be played. There's 2 best of 5s and 1 best of 7 basically. TLDR for the rest of the day. So make sure you guys stay tuned in, because thick and thin, whatever BS is going on with tech, we will get around it. We will cast these amazing matches for the final day of our tournament.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be awesome. Look at the player spaces right now. They're both back to mining a lot of gas. Lilbow throws down the second gateway, whereas Welmu does not. So Welmu's gonna be going for some sort of quick tap. We'll see what it's gonna be. Lilbow going for the sentry. Is he gonna go for quick nexus again?
I would hope not.
Chrono-vesting sentry.
I kind of feel like there's rare instances where you can afford an earlier nexus in PvP. If you go for it, you're just asking to die. And if your opponent scouts it, you're asking for a 4-gate. I mean, the reality is like an early nexus tends to cost you a lot of the times. Clearly it didn't last game, as weird as that ended up being, but more often than not, that's just a huge mineral sink. What I do like out of Welmu, though, is tech choice. Twilight Council, most likely going to be for Blink on a map like King Sejong. I wouldn't write DTs out, but if he does go for Blink, I doubt it's going to be the 4-gate that we saw with it the first time.
Yeah, we'll see what it does. I mean, it has to be a Nexus now, and he's going to go for it now. So, I mean, he's been chrono boosting sentries and Warp Gate. I mean, it has to be Nexus. Goes down. Yeah, with that Twilight, we'll see what he's going to go with it. I mean, I'd imagine Lilbow is going to go for like a Robo eventually, so you should have an observer for any potential DTs. So, but this might be Blink, man. 3 gateways. Is there going to be a 4th gateway?
Well, even without the 4th gateway, I love Blink just as a tech choice. It's this really beautiful catch-all. It's got some elegance to it. It really complements you if your micro's amazing, but Welmu is going to go 4 gates with this.
Steal.
You know what? There's not a lot of times in Protoss versus Protoss where I'm like, yo, you're about to get Protossed, but this would be one of them.
So this is going to be a rough... Oh, yeah, that's very
really
nice. First blood. Well, Lilbow does go for the Hello Scouts. He's going to see that Twilight researching. He's going to see all the gateways. He's going to know what's up. He's got 3 gateways, Robo on the way, but the Immortals are going to be quite late. So this is looking... I mean, if it was looking good for Welmu last game when he's going for the 3-gate pressure, like sure, he overcommit a bit into the main of Lilbow, and he didn't really have Blink to get out with his Stalkers when the Zealots were chipping away at the Stalkers, but this time, Lilbow cancels after seeing the tech, so good decision there. He's gonna need that photon overcharge to keep his main alive. But a good build order choice by Welmu. It's gonna work out for him this time, but we'll see if Lilbow can hold on. It's got the Immortal on the way just now. Photon overcharge starts.
I think right now one of the big things is that Blink. As soon as it finishes up, it's such a leg up. In about every way possible, it's a huge advantage.
Yeah, it's gonna be really nice for him. Lilbow has to get those Immortals out. And he's not going to have a second Photon Overcharge for a long time either, so Welmu has a big timing window here to try and reset the Immortal count.
Well, I'm really waiting. I mean, this is... It's so tedious waiting for the Overcharge to wear out, but it's one Immortal. I don't know. Not actually that scary. The damage is great, but the Photon Over... Oh, the Time Warp is actually so good the Immortal can't get involved in the fight. Crab walking in the back. Takes so long to get the front lines. Blinks forward, tries to focus it down. Will just really not get it.
God. That was really
nice.
nice.
Oh my god. Just blink one Stalker to finish it, right? But instead, Welmu's bleeding out everything right now.
That was a misblink as well. He got so many Stalkers.
Oh my god, Lilbow. Lilbow turning this around.
Oh, and then another Immortal. Oh my god, man. And that Guardian Shield was helping so much as well. There was like 3 sentries, just keeping everything alive a bit more, and sick micro on the Immortal. And I don't know how he does it, man. Lilbow is dealing with these situations where Welmu is being very aggressive, and Lilbow is just dealing with it perfectly. It looks like he's in so much trouble, and he just ends up holding. He's doing really well. Welmu throws down the Nexus. He's gonna play catch-up from now on, but he has no tech. I mean, he's got the Blink, of course, but that's it. No Robo even started.
Well, good juke on that Stalker, by the way. Took no damage from that. That was the quickest reaction I've ever seen. But if he can get that Nexus up, he'll actually be in a pretty good spot. But that's a pretty hefty if.
Yeah, at the same time, he's going to be down. Yeah, oh my god, he doesn't force him to the ramp. Okay, he does. Barely stop those Immortals from coming down. Oh, the sentries get intercepted. Oh, nice move by Lilbow.
You get force field. Save himself for sure. No, he's just going to run. Alright, he's good.
Gonna keep one alive. That's nice.
Leg it! Leg it!
Yeah, but...
Oh, I never lets us.
Expanding. It's a sentry. Nice.
Okay, so let's analyze this for a second. The army supply is not that big of a difference, but it's those 2 Immortals. I mean, representing more than their actual army value because of just how super effective they are. Zealots, I guess my best guess is that he wants to try and trap the Stalkers in. You know, force field the back, put Zealots in the front, and sandwich the 2.
Yeah.
But that's going to be very difficult to do. If there's one Protoss player I would have faith in to do it, yeah, it's Welmu, but that's a tough task.
Yeah, I like the decision to go for sentries and Zealots, but I'm sure it's gonna be enough, and being down, he has no Robo even started. He's gonna try and rely on the defense with the gateway units alone and Photon Overcharge. Well, Photon Overcharge is pretty good.
It's a pretty nice unit.
Yeah, Lilbow is gonna pull back after seeing that, and I mean, Welmu, just to be able to hold on, he went to 5 gateways before any tech. His Robo goes down now, whereas the Forge for Lilbow has started, the Nexus is finishing. You know, he could throw down well, he doesn't really have any gas for a Robo Bay, but he could start to think about, you know, getting that big tech lead as well. So he's looking pretty damn good. Let's look at the pro count. Exactly even. But yeah, tech definitely in Lilbow's favor, quite heavily.
I'm gonna have to agree with this. Welmu's trying to get his Robo up to catch up, but also with the Forge, I'm really curious about his +1. Oh, there we go. Lilbow actually starts his first. I was gonna say he's had a Forge for quite some time, but hasn't had the money to go for this. I guess is the way I want to phrase that. I don't know.
Didn't he just make it?
Oh, did he? I'm sorry. I thought he had this for a while. That's my bad then. Sorry, I'm still trying to maneuver things with the stream and deal with this.
I think he just finished. So he just started +1 now, but yeah, Welmu's gonna have +1, not too far behind, so that's nice for him. Role players getting the additional gases. And then we're now going for the Twilight. Yeah.
Well, I say I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of hoping this ends up being that passive game, like an boring passive whatever. But like I'm hoping this goes towards that 150. I got a couple of Colossus, maybe then I push. Because I kind of feel like whether Lilbow, even though he's up 2-0 in the series, you'd rather close this at 3-0, play it safe, not stupid and reckless. So. I mean, he could technically have pushed at any point with his massive Immortal count and possibly killed Welmu, but, wait to lock that down as the game goes on further. The scary thing is, though, of course, the longer he waits, the better chance Welmu actually has to fight.
Yeah, that's true. I still respect Lilbow's decision, though, not wanting to kind of, throw the game away. He's just going to try and rely on his advantage with that 2 Immortal lead and the tech lead he has, and he's just going to try and get more ahead. He just throws down the 3rd, but so does Welmu. Welmu's dealing with the situation pretty well. It's it's kind of nice to see that he's actually staying on par in terms of getting charged at the same time, +1 at the same time, Twilight at the same time, trying to catch up in in the immortal count as well, and he's even been chrono boosting his +1, so that's gonna finish before Lilbow. So Welmu seemingly catching up pretty well, and Lilbow hasn't made any more immortals either, so they're gonna be 2 immortals versus 2 immortals now, also. Oh.
I don't know, Immortals have a really weird dynamic just because of the hardened shield. Like, they dish out so much damage, but they take so little. But if you've got enough things shooting them, like Zealot swipes and stalker shots, I mean, they go down pretty quick. Busting it through the back door, though, Lilbow perhaps not anticipating this. He does have a cannon down here, but his army is wickedly out of position. He's expecting an attack at the 3rd, but that's not the case at all.
You should see this though, like when the Zealot goes in on the rocks, he should be able to see that. Yeah, cannon even shooting the Observer there, so he's gonna notice. Maybe Welmu's just opening up the rocks to do like a run by later on. Like, I don't imagine him trying to push up that ramp, that would be suicide. So he's gonna back off.
Well, he does sneak a couple Zealots up here to the top right. I mean,
that's nice.
Distraction tactics are great. You know, his opponent's got that 3rd, but it's not mining off of it, whereas he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Similar probe counts. Welmu's actually a little bit further ahead. But, you know, here's their attack, right? Charges all in a way. We got, of course, +2 finish up here in a second time. Both players will have charge for the next major engagement. And it's getting to that point in the game where Stalkers become less and less relevant, less and less good. It's going to be about the Zealots, the Archons, the Colossus. And I'm loving the composition of both. I'm just shocked neither really reached for the Colossus, though.
And yeah, they're both going for this kind of Immortal Archon that was so popular for a while, but Colossi is pretty common. But yeah, both just going to be... I guess this one is a bit more like reactionary display style. You can kind of go for the Stargate, a bit more defensive, or you can go into Colossi as well.
It's
and
just...
you're a bit more mobile. You can move out at times like this where you wouldn't have if you were going for Colossi.
I cast a lot of matches with Seed vs. Sun, Crank vs. Yonghwa and stuff for like Acer Teams, or not Acer, Dragon Invitationals, as well as the Olima League and stuff. And every single time you see one player try and get away without a Colossus and they lose. Like, it's not even like sometimes, it was every single time. So that's why I'm a little bit shocked. But you're right. For a little bit, this allows him to move out sooner. Trying to press his advantage, not give Welmu any time to recover. This 3rd base was his recovery. Photon Overcharge goes down, but I feel like double time warps may have been a little more efficient. But, ooh, Force Field's going to catch some more? No, the Archons are actually breaking them.
The Stalkers of Lilbow were actually stopping his Immortals from shooting the Nexus there, so that was kind of hurting him. He didn't get that Nexus down as quickly as he was hoping for, but he's still going for it, man. He's got a bit of a supply lead, but defensive advantage. Good concave for Lilbow, though.
Well, the Utica Station right now, the Archon's definitely the favorite here of Welmu, but will that be enough?
They're force fielded away.
Yeah, the charges for Lilbow can't do anything. They're just kind of dancing around, bouncing back and forth like a bouncy castle type thing, but more Zealots warping in here. The Archon's kiting quite nicely. The Immortal count heavily here in the favor of Welmu. Can he hold this? 5 Immortals as a new one spawns, but it's got to get down here to the fight. The Archons take no damage, though, and that splash is eaten through those hardened shields.
Has to keep those Immortals alive. It's 4 Immortals versus 2. 5 Immortals now. Another one pops out.
Is Lilbow? He cleared out the natural with his good idea. 21 probes died, Namshar.
Oh,
21 probes died.
I guess that's a setup like a force field out.
I kind of feel like this game is Welmu. Lilbow's just taking down. Flash is God, but like Welmu's a deity. Either way, Welmu takes a huge dive as Lilbow 3-0s and goes on to the finals. A guaranteed finals for Lilbow. That's a lot of cash on the line. It's a bare minimum of $1,000 at this point that he's won. Fantastic stuff for him.
Man, this is good, man.
Yeah, Welmu still can fight in the 3rd place match. There's still some cash on the line for them. Mana, of course, when they'll fight against the Muslim. Let me see if they have their vetoes. I would not have expected Lilbow 3-0 though, dude. That is some fantastic stuff.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have thought that Lilbow would be able to end the game there either. Like Welmu, it was looking like Welmu was catching up so well in the game.
Yeah, I mean, he had
Lilbow just kills him.
The Immortal count, everything. It was just shocking.
Yeah, but he had really good positioning though. Like he had a good time warp.
Yeah.
Got in between the natural and the 3rd base. So yeah, good army movement, and he was able to get the win out of